Well, I'm Limberg. Today we're going to be looking at this song I'm working on, which sounds like this. So this project started with this old sample I did, I can't remember what it was, on the Digitact, which has just been sitting on my computer, and it sounds like this. This is without any processing in Ableton. Did this volume envelope, and I further enhanced it by adding a tremolo plugin, doing like 8th notes, and this EQ just to scoop out the low end. And then I added an additional tremolo plugin where I modulate the depth using this LFO. As you can see, this is doing 16th, so it's like sometimes it's more of an 8th note pulse, and then when this depth is all the way up, it's got this. Additionally, we have this delay and reverb and delay, which are just effects that I use at the end of the song here to sort of say goodbye. To the sample, like destroying it. So that was the basis for the song, and it's just been sitting on my computer, and I couldn't really go with it anywhere. I was like, is this gonna be like a ambient slow thing, or I didn't have a clue. So I wanted to add some chords to give it like musical context, or to create this sense of where can it go like as a song. So I wrote these chords. You can see it's like painted in. I did like this MIDI drawing thing, but the chords are like G sharp major, B flat minor, C sharp major, and B flat minor inversion, like this. And this inversion with like a F, C sharp, B flat. And then the progression repeats, but then I add another top note, which is F. And then the C sharp major 9. And then finishes off with the B flat minor 9 inversion dissonant. Very Twin Peaks chord. And together with the vocal sample, it sounds like this. Oh no, it sounds like this. I try to figure out like a bass, like long bass, or I ended up with this 8th note offbeat pulsing bass. Just doing the root of each chord. And so I added some more textures, just some more notes really, just to expand. I have this string plugin doing the it's doing like the 1/2 note above what the chord is doing, so like the third. It is doing a very dissonant suspended note, or what it's called. It's like, ooh. Yeah, now that it's like super in focus, I feel like it's very harsh, but together with everything, it's really good. Just adding in different notes to create this sort of cluster, this cluster feel. So this is like the texture, obviously with the bass. That sort of expands, and so the vocal sample is like the main thing, and then the chord progression puts it in a context, and then these work as like textures to create like I feel like that's taking it from like a skeleton to a person, if that makes sense. Also we have this omnisphere, just doing some notes, I think, like the third and the fifth. So the chord is coming from 0, just as you can see, it's got the sidechain compression to the kick, just to make it duck, so every time the kick hits, the pad goes a bit down, and this EQ to take away some of the low end, so it's not interfering with the bass. And the pad itself is just a initialized sound with the filter way down. Let's see if I can do this without fucking up. Yeah. And some noise. As you can see, the noise is pitching. With like an envelope, so it sort of decays a bit in volume over time, and a very quick release. Nothing special, just like a nice full sound with these open voicings. And this bell, simple EQ, soft compression, and it's coming from Omnisphere. It's just expressive string balls. That's the preset. Go ahead and use it. For the bass as well is bass boosted with this EQ. Super heavily sidechain to the kick, because the kick is doing a bit like 16th offbeat thing. And this glue compressor, just to compress it a bit, it's coming from this Diva plugin. And then we have this also Serum 2, sine wave with this plucky envelope shape. This is sort of doing something, just a slight texture. And this is like a pipe sample, I guess. It's providing this noisy texture, just to give the sound some high end. Together with the bass, it's like a complete full spectrum. And then we have this string, no, this one. Yeah, this is just a preset, I don't even know. A preset that comes with the synth it's all software synth, and for processing it's pretty much all the same for these guys. It's this it's this plugin that's from Max for Live. It's doing a panoramic, modulating the pan position as well as this distance or depth position. And as you follow this little circle, every time it goes like upwards, it also dampens the highs of the sound and the volume. So you can sort of really precisely place it in a space, and I like to modulate the depth and the pan position of the sound so like it moves not just back and forth, but also like away and close. And when all of the sounds, all of the texture sounds do this at the same time, because they all got the same processing, but like at different rates in terms of how quickly it moves, creates this really full textural space that I like to do a lot in my productions. Yeah, and that's it in terms of like the musical or harmonic, or I'm not really super comfortable with the terms of everything, but yeah. So we move on to the drums. Start with this kick. So it's got this very to give it context, it's like I thought it would be exciting to have like a really rhythmic or a displaced kick, or however you say it. Yeah, English. It's my best language. I try to bring out some highs from it, also bass boosting it a little bit. And then I have another EQ cutting away the high that I first brought in. Yeah, production is weird sometimes. And then we have this little radiator giving it some preamp, like analog preamp style. So that's just like a bit shy. And here it's sort of full. And that's it for the kick. And then I added this percussion. Which is just this sound, giving it some compression. So now I can sort of, the very sharp transit at the beginning is sort of squashed so that the tail and the noise of the sample can come up. I think the kick and the percussion works very well. And then we have this sort of minimal sound thing that is just like a bad noise from my handheld recorder. You can see like this is just a weird thing. Super heavily EQ'd so that it it just works like this sound. And then lastly we have this crazy percussion. And that is just, so I'll keep this EQs on, and without the processing it sounds like this. It's just these hits repeating in 3-bar patterns, so it sort of, it never adds up on the one, or it does eventually like here, but it's shifting the position over a longer period of time instead of very much the same every bar. And I added this Portal plugin with this forever delay preset, and I tweaked these two macro controls a bit to make it fit with the rest of the percussion. And then I added this volume envelope sidechain pumping thing. Just so like whatever it does and wherever it hits, it's forced into like this offbeat theme, which is recurring for the rest of the production, and this EQ is just taking away some lows. So that's the drums. So yeah, I'm in the process of writing this song. I mean, it's sort of sketched out at this minute, or at this point, for like 5 minutes, with some rough arrangement, but it's like I haven't gotten to the special details that really gives the song character yet, and that's what I thought this session should be about after breaking down the elements. So that's it, and now I'm gonna try to create sort of not necessarily a transition or a build, but like this sense of tension and release going into the first chorus or drop or whatever you want to call it. So the song just starts. What is this? Oh, it's caps lock. This is how the song starts, with the vocal sample. So my thought was to collect all of these, all the music, add it to a group, which is now a submix, henceforth. And I think I'm gonna try to like process it all at the same time using this RC20 plugin, which is just like a multi-effect plugin, very good for like texturizing the music. So as you can hear, it's brings some noise, tape wobble, distortion, bitrate or sample reduction, reverb. Yeah, and this magnetic, it's like, I don't know, maybe some tape stuff that I'm not familiar with, but it's a nice effect. So for this, I'm gonna try to just trying to dial in like the max, what it's gonna sound like when the effect is at its fullest. Just a bit distortion in that. Yeah, just this magnitude bar is like doing it's basically a mix knob, no processing, full processing. So I think if we automate this around here, And then let's say all the way up and all the way down. Maybe like this as well. Maybe we actually have to add like some. Maybe we have to add like some sounds. Maybe like an ocean wave. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but like let's just try it. That was quite nice. Maybe we can throw like a reverb. Just like a reverb. Oh. I don't really want it to like be super climactic or anything super special at this point. I just want to like introduce more elements, but I want it to feel like it's still gonna go somewhere, but also like create a satisfaction at that moment. Is it here? No. Probably create more of like a, I don't know, maybe we can do something here. if I no. Boost the volume of the noise. No. What happened? Resample the drums here real quick. It's pretty cool. Nice. Nice. Yeah. And at this part, like the last second chorus, I want this vocal sample main thing to sort of not disappear as in go away, but disappear into something else. Like pitching it and reverb, delaying it away, turning it into something else, but way more minor, like in a minor role, I mean, as in taking up less space and less focus of the theme of the song. And I want the rest of the music, like the texture and the chords, to sort of take over and transform or transcend even what they initially were, so that at the end of the song it's been a transformation. That'll probably have to be for the next episode, because I've been recording for 48 minutes and I've never done this before, and I'm gonna try and have to put it together. So yeah, I guess thank you for watching, if you were watching, and let's see how this sounds.